changes.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Pony Talk podcast, Summer's End, I should say, and there are motorized vehicles going by, which you guys are going to hear some of that.
Wow, that was super convenient. Okay, that was like the moment you started as well.
I know,
I actually give them props for that one. Amazing.
Anyway, I am here with Inconspicuous Brony, and say hello to the audience.
Yellow.
Alright, so today we have last episode before school season ends. Well, you, my friend, already have started school like 3 weeks ago, as you said, right?
3 weeks ago, rest in peace.
RIP. Anyway, today's episode, we have To Change a Changeling. And I do gotta say, this one, I know it's a Changeling episode, you gotta love it, but this one was pretty good. I know.
I mean, I gotta say, they did a little too much with it already, because we've had 2 Changeling episodes in the span of like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, our recent episode that we had, Triple Threat, we had Thorax and Ember in that episode too, so
Dragonlands.
Yeah.
Always good to see her again.
Oh yeah, it's definitely good to see Ember in episodes, but Thorax though, this season I think we already had him like 4 or 5
like
times.
they were kind of a bit of a forced character, like just all the changes together are a bit forced.
Yeah.
Like everyone wanted them to stay bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got Starlight. People wanted Starlight not to turn good. They wanted her to stay the same.
Yeah, still majority of people, well, not really majority, but a lot of people still don't want her.
No, I know. And I'm still getting complaints about season 6 when Twilight got her castle, and people don't like that. Yeah.
Season 4, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just... It should be stuff that shouldn't even be. I mean, it's been there for how many seasons now? 2? 3? I don't know.
3.
Yeah, 3.
Going on for 3 with the full season.
But anyway, guys. Yes. So, we will get right on to the podcast. Anyway, we start off the episode with Starlight, Glimmer, and Trixie, of course, because we gotta have Trixie and Starlight. Shipping.
Trixie is my favorite background, actually.
Yeah.
Favorite background pony. It's not really background anymore, but Trixie is amazing.
Yeah. Trixie and Derpy, I'm hearing a lot of, so.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, we could see more of Derpy too, and just time will tell. Anyway, we have them paying a visit to the Changeling Kingdom, or known as the Hive, to pay a surprise.
Empire, it's got little names.
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool now, it's got pretty flowers all over it. It looks really nice and welcoming, as before when Chrysalis was...
As it should as well.
So...
Colorful now.
It's very colorful and pretty looking. Anyway, they pay a tribute to go to the Hive to see Thorax, give him a surprise visit. But we run into... Can't say his name again.
Pharynx?
Pharynx. So, Pharynx is, by what we've heard, well, he's not reformed. He's still the normal Changeling. He's not colorful like all the other ones. And,
I mean, we all saw it coming, though.
Yeah, we kind of saw that all coming. I mean, he's hissing, he's doing all normal Changeling things, and soon enough, gets swiped into a bag.
All forced characters has to be reformed at some point, right?
They get swiped into a bag, Starlight and Trixie, and off into the Hive to Thorax.
It was their first encounter.
Yeah. Oh my god. But, notice, Thorax is like, what did you do, Pharynx? And he's like, oh, I caught these trespassers, which Thorax already knows these aren't trespassers, these are friends, of course.
Right. He's just so accustomed to the old changeling way of life. It's like he's having trouble adapting, and because of that, he's an outcast in the kingdom.
Yeah, I know. But obviously, this is where we hear Thorax say, oh, that's my brother. And we're like, oh, of course, it's your brother. So, he basically is going on with his changeling duties, like, he just is discussing changeling, how he talks and speaks, all that crazy stuff. But, this is where, Starlight was like, well, we were supposed to surprise you, so, surprise, haha.
Surprise, I guess. Here we are.
Here we are. We're here. And, Thorax is like, well, welcome, what are you guys doing here? And they're like, oh, we wanted to pay a visit because we know you're a leader now of the Changelings, so we just kind of want to observe and see what's going on. And we see...
Because of that, they're observant. We actually get their kind of new culture, if you will.
Yeah, we do.
They've got set up for loads of different things they can do. I actually like that about it.
I know. So, going with the old schedule, their old previous schedule, it was all, like, taking over places, just invading.
All about conquering the land.
Yes, as what the Changelings were known for. But in New World, in Thorax World, we have, theater, I think, was the first one. The second one, was it, oh god.
No, they're a place for general discussions about worries and problems that they have.
Yeah, well, we don't start talking about that until, a little bit in, which is called, the Feelings Forum. We don't start talking about the...
thank you.
Yeah, the Feelings Forum, excuse me, we don't talk about, yet. But, Thorax just goes in and says, oh, we're doing all this neat stuff. Oh, crafts was one too. So, that was good.
Yeah, we had crafts.
Yep, little picture of, Starlight and, Trixie together in a little heart. So, I hope that doesn't start more shipping stuff. Oh my god.
Boy.
The ships. I swear.
See, the ships don't really work when characters have double names that are literally two words. Like, you can't ship Starlight with really anyone, because...
Yeah, well... welcome to the fandom.
Right?
Yeah. Anyway...
They'll find a way.
Yeah, they do. Always do. Everyone in the fandom will find a way to...
Cough. Sunlight. Cough.
Some. Hence the word. Anyway, Thorax starts talking a little bit about his brother, how he's kind of pulled the Changelings kind of away from this friendly stuff, and he wants to get them, he's worried about the Changelings kind of, I guess, going with him and start creating a problem to where it's not as friendly anymore. But I think...
Right. We find out later in the episode, actually, that this is because he was, I guess, the equivalent of the captain of the Royal Guard, if you will, for the Changelings. And he was the leader for all their attacks and stuff, which makes sense as to why his eyes are a different color.
Yeah, and it makes sense his attitude, too. I mean, he wants to break things, rip things up, hide it away, and when you hear him talking, this is where the part where Starlight's like, oh, since we're the outsiders, not hensing the movie or anything like that, we kind of know how Pharynx feels, so maybe we can talk with him, and this is where Thorax gets signed off to his duties. I guess something happened, I forget what that was. But anyway, Starlight, Trixie go over to Pharynx, and he's over here ripping up vines. Now, he thinks these vines...
Well, why are you doing that? But
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing that? Well, because I want to. But why are you really doing that? Because I want to.
Exactly.
It doesn't really go much of anywhere. They're attempted to, I guess, reform him, if you will, which makes sense. It's pretty much the show is all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Forgiveness is magic.
Yeah, true.
You go off and he's all, oh, I don't want to be reformed. No one gets me. And so it's like, this is the best part of the episode for me anyway. Starlight's like, I used to be a dictator. You can sit down.
But then I took an arrow to the knee, or to the.
But then I took an arrow to the knee.
Or the hoop.
Like,
whatever you want to say.
That she called herself a dictator, and that's officially canon that they have communism there now. So
I don't know.
I'm just waiting
They
for
keep changing the
season 8
plot.
premiere. They go to communist Russia or something like that.
Oh my god, yes.
That would be amazing, actually. Just get Larson to write the episode.
Yup. Emmy Larson, yup. But, yeah. To the vines. Pharynx is ripping up these pretty vines, and Starlight asks, why are you doing that? Oh, enemies can hide in here and stuff. And it's like, dude, it's a rock with a couple of vines. Calm down.
Right? That didn't make any sense to me either, because even if it was just the vines, you can clearly see right through them. You'd think they'd be able to notice that, seeing as their eyes are like 5 times our eyes size.
Yeah, how could something even hide in there? I mean,
You can't.
Hasbro trying to use something out of it. I don't know. They could have done that a lot better. I mean, they could have, I don't know, maybe like a bush with vines in it. That would be understandable. Right? But
it's lines like that, and it's lines like that and scenes like that that make me remember. Right, the show is directed towards.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even though, like, literally 2/3 of the fandom, if not more, is. I guess guys, really, for the most part, but just teenagers and adults.
Yeah. Anyway, going back to the vines.
Back on track.
Yeah. Back on track, we have, Pharynx saying, oh, these vines need to go. And then this is where Starlight says, oh, but they're pretty. And he's like, yeah, sure, pretty. And then he flies off to other business. And then I think this is where Thorax says, oh, so how did things go? I'm off my duty. They needed me here. And Starlight's like, great, right, Trixie? And Trixie's like,
great.
Yeah, sure.
Then we get to that part where it's that part of the episode, it's like, it might be a lost cause. And at that point, I'm like, okay, yes, it probably is a lost cause, because in a real life situation, someone like that isn't getting reformed that easily.
Yeah, and then this is where, I think Thorax brings, oh, I wanted to show you the, feelings for him. This is where we start getting into the feelings for him. Now this part...
This is where we talk about our feelings and all of our problems.
Now, it's cute and stuff like that, that's fine. But, like, just the way how they said it, and then they go into just like a little portion of the hive, and they're just sitting around like if it's like a meeting or something, and they're over here talking about their feelings. And Starlight, Trixie, and Thorax are just sitting down listening to the Changeling's thoughts and feelings and how things could work. And then they start bringing up so-and-so. They start talking about so-and-so, which Pharynx, in this case, they don't want to say his name because they'll know he'll hear. They're like, oh yeah, if so-and-so wasn't here, oh, the hive would be 10 times better of a place.
Yeah, they're trying to avoid saying his name because they obviously don't want to hurt his feelings, but everyone knows who they're talking about, and it's kind of got that thing where it's like, they're scared of him because they don't want to say his name.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta kind of think in reality, too. Well, first of all, I mean, if I didn't want someone to hear about who I was talking about, I might, like, whisper it or something like that. I don't know. And I just clicked an ad. I did not want to do that.
Well done.
Yeah. No, we don't support ads here, guys. So we have them talking about their feelings, and then I think this is where Pharynx then hears everything because they did not do a good job of keeping it the thing.
Of muffling the voices and all that.
Yeah, he hears because of course he does. We gotta continue the episode so it makes sense. He comes in and says, "Oh, why we used to fight and stuff, and talk. Now we're talking about our feelings and being la-di-da." And then I think this is the teacher of the Feelings Forum says, "Oh, do you have a couple of words today?" And he's like, "Actually, I do. We used to be brave soldiers. We used to be brave soldiers who would fight and clear out land and feast on love and all this different stuff. And now we sit around here like couch potatoes and stuff." He didn't say this, but it's the same thing incorporated to him.
Yeah.
But he's like, "We sit here, do nothing, talk about our feelings, and put on little dinky shows." He's like, "Okay, I'm out of here." And he's like, "And you, Thorax, ever since you ran
it goes
everything."
against literally everything that he's had in a past life, which makes what he did completely understandable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's like, "God," he's like, "why can't things go back to the old-fashioned way when we got to do this stuff? Now it's not fun anymore. What's the sense?"
I got his answer right here.
Mm-hmm.
You see, if we did go back to being like that, well then we'd probably get kicked off the show and we wouldn't get funding from Hasbro anymore. That's basically just what happens. That's any reformation ever. It's like, alright, you have to be good now. Anymore.
Yeah, well, and, they could throw off a bunch of different stuff. But then this is where, after Feelings Forum is done, the teacher just gets crazy and says, "Okay, Feelings Forum is closed. Get out of here. Shoot with all of you." Yeah, Pharynx did it again. He just killed it. Thorax, Starlight, and Trixie are trotting off to somewhere. They're just talking. But, they are like, I don't know what we can do here, It's like, Thorax, we want to get, his brother together, but it's just no use. He doesn't want to, share love. He doesn't want to talk about anything, except how things used to be. I just think this is where they quote-unquote a lost cause, as you said. So, yeah.
A couple minutes ago.
Actually, yeah. So, now, this is where they start talking. We need to tell Thorax that it's done. It's over. We can't help you with anything. You're probably going to have to kick Pharynx out of the hive or something, because obviously these folks don't want his company anymore, so you should just send him on his way.
And as he admitted later in the episode, he would have if it wasn't his brother. But at the same time, I really don't think he would have survived if he did kick him out. Like, his brother definitely would not have survived.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree too. So,
given how little they could actually get done when they were all bad, he couldn't get anything done with just him.
And I totally agree, because, okay. So, and this is the part where I come around to where they go and want to tell Thorax that it's a lost cause, we can't help you. But notice, when they start talking to Thorax, when he's sitting in his throne room, I guess you could say, he starts bringing up the past. When Thorax was just a little changeling, and he was the nicest changeling, and all the others like to destroy things, feed on love,
make fun of him, and not want him to enjoy anything at all.
Nope. Until Pharynx steps in and defends him and says, "Oh, go away and stuff.
Go away, leave my brother alone."
Yep.
After that, he does proceed to tell them, "They're right, you should probably stop doing this.
I know, and it's like, that part was like, it was nice, and then it just...
Kind of that love-hate relationship you got with siblings, really.
And then I just love how Starlight and Trixie were like, that was a great, amazing story, but that ending... Oh my god.
Though.
I mean, not everything can have a happy ending. I mean, it's just how it is. But going back, this is where Starlight has an idea, and Thorax asks, so, what did you want to tell me? So I was like, nothing. Well,
never mind.
Yeah, Trixie
it's
says,
not important.
So, Starlight, do you want to tell? And she's like, actually, no, I don't have anything. I gotta do something. And this is where...
Psych?
Yeah, it's like... Oh, I just dabbed. I don't know why I dabbed. That's cancer. Anyway. So, this is where
so hard your elbow hits the floor.
Yeah. Literally. But they start trotting, and Trixie asks, why did you do that? We could have just told him. It's a lost cause. We're done. We're out of here. It's through. But then Starlight's like, no, I got a good idea.
But you just don't do that, do you?
Yeah, I know. But, and I did actually kind of forget one thing. I did it again. Thorax does, Starlight does tell Thorax, yo, did you listen to Ember when she was around giving advice to the changelings, that would be nice? And he's like, yeah, I did, but, just Pharynx doesn't want to listen. He's the outcast, so...
And that's the one thing he didn't learn yet, though. If he doesn't want to listen, it doesn't matter if he doesn't want to listen. You make him listen.
Yeah, it's just true.
He needs to hear. If it's just some random thing, it's understandable, but if it's something that he needs to hear...
Yeah, so... And they probably should have, but they have to flip the table, as they do in a lot of these episodes we've been noticing. Starlight decides to take it in her own hands.
I could have seen that as a solution, but it's like, oh wait, there's 10 minutes left in the episode. Whoops.
Whoopsie. Nope. We got a table flip here. And
they just don't check the timestamp of anything until the episode is over.
Yeah. Starlight tells Trixie her idea. I'm going to lead, and I forget what they try to lead. Is it the oh god, I gotta look at the Mall Wharf. It's called. What the heck is that?
I never would have been able to pronounce that name.
The Mall Wharf. I don't know. And none of us know what a Mall Wharf is until this episode right here. And Starlight starts laying down all these pretty plants and basically leading a trail. Now, at first, I was like, okay, Starlight's lost it. And then she's like, oh, I'm gonna lead this giant monster here, and it's going, Pharynx is going to take action, save his brother, and then it's all going to be fun, pretty rainbows and all that stuff, and it's gonna be amazing. So...
Of course it doesn't go to plan,
yep.
Because why would it?
Why would it? Plans, that ponies have just don't work most of the time.
And at this point I'd just be like, alright, so, obviously your plans never work, so we plan for something that's not what we want.
Yep, so, things backfire. We get news. Pharynx has left the hive for good. And of course, all the changelings are chanting and saying, yay! And then they're like, but bad news is, Malwar is on his way. And
heck, we need him.
Oh no, what shall we do? But,
oh no.
No
if only I hadn't seen this coming at the beginning of the episode. Foreshadowing.
Yep, foreshadowing, indeed. But,
literally, how I get the most maximum amount of enjoyment out of every episode, essentially, turn my brain off as much as possible so I'm literally just watching the episode without thinking about anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I start thinking about stuff and like, alright, well this isn't gonna happen, this isn't gonna happen, etc. This can't happen because there's too much time left in the episode. All that stuff. I just kind of blank it out. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch this.
Yeah. But yeah, well, Starlight lays these piles of leaves outside of the hive and returns to Thorax. She hears the news. Oh, Pharynx has left. We need to tell Thorax. Go to Thorax, and he's like, what? He was here.
He's gone?
He's
No.
gone? What do we do?
The malware on his way. Wait, I'm not supposed to know that yet. Cut!
Yeah. Anyway. Yes. So, they need to save Pharynx and find wherever he is. And the thing that surprised me, how do they know where he's at? They just wander somewhere? Oh, there he is. I mean, they don't...
I guess, yeah, I see where you're coming from, because I completely agree, but what I think they did, or tried to sell it off as, like, they're like, alright, we'll just go without him and see what we can do, and it's like, they're going to where they think it is or whatever, and he just happens to be there.
Yeah. But
I could possibly think of.
Yeah. But they don't travel, well, this is where Starlight says, okay, we're gonna go. And all the other changelings are looking, and they're like, well, are you going to help us too? And they're kind of like, no, thank you, no. You guys go on your own. We'll stay here. We'll stay here and protect the hive. And this is where Starlight gives her amazing speech. But guess what? Trixie says, wow, Starlight, that was an amazing speech. But guess what? No one followed us here, so we're on our own once again.
Right.
And
no one has followed us. Oh no.
Yep. So they're on their way to wherever.
For a second right there.
And they see Pharynx flying, attacking to something, which we know is the Malwarf. Which we see this ugly thing. I'm sorry.
Very ugly. It's like
I seen creatures.
It's like someone designed.
I don't know.
But as like a terrible OC.
I seen, yeah. It's basically like, I don't know, the nose part with the little antenna things. What? I'm sorry. I have seen pictures of something that looks like that.
Let's just be honest. Any type of single episode villain, if you will, or bad thing or whatever they have to fight, single episode thing like that just looks so bad.
I don't know. Except
time it's like, all right, we never have to see it again, so we'll just get something out now.
Mm-hmm. Except though. I know I'm bringing this on an early basis, but the MLP movie, the villain actually looks really good. I'm just gonna
good. I actually am getting to go see that movie in theaters, the premiere night.
And
so
we will
talk,
guys. We will talk about it here on Pony Talk.
Oh, of course. You kind of have to.
Duh. Yeah. So yeah, we see this mole that has these weird antennas on his nose and stuff, and Pharynx is battling this thing. And Thorax is like, Pharynx, get out of here.
Get out of here, we got it.
Yeah, we got it. And he's like, what are you doing here? Leave. No, this is my battle. And this is where, Pharynx gets knocked down. Well, he gets grabbed by the tail or bitten on the tail and gets thrown down. And this is where Starlight's like, I thought you said you could take this thing down. He's like,
yeah, but not without the hive.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you say something, but it's like, what? I don't know. But anyway, Thorax is now fighting this odd, crazy thing, and then we hear other changelings. The hive came. They actually listened to that amazing speech that Starlight gave. So now we're going to help attack this thing and bring it down for good. So, with all their help, they try, and it doesn't seem like it works. Until we're gonna bring up story time again, because why not?
Always.
Yeah, so Starlight says something ridiculous, and of course their most ridiculous thing actually does the trick. Pharynx gets the idea and brings up, Thorax, remember that time you hit yourself? And Thorax is like, that now's not the time.
Now is not the time.
And
Professor Oak said there's a time and place for everything, and this is not the time.
Quoting Pokemon in here.
Yeah, man. Always.
Yep. Anyway, we have, Thorax realizes, and they start messing around. Basically playing cat and mouse. And,
make it hit itself.
Yep. And this is where the whole thing, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? And it ends up working. The
It works.
Yep, the Malwolf or whatever. Yeah, the Malwolf is done hitting itself, digs a giant hole, and is gone for who knows how long. And so this is where Thorax is like, you know, you really could have just stayed and not did this. And he's like, he's like, I had to. The hive was in danger. I had to do something. I love the hive. And he's like, well, you left, so obviously. And
I left to take care of this.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And so this is where they start bringing up, well, you know, we could use a leader. For our defense, at least, you know, we really don't have one, and things like this could happen again. So we're going to make you the new thing. So it's kind of like
military leader that you already were.
But this time for resistance. So he basically feels good about himself and reformed. He's got his new look. He doesn't look changeling-ish at all. Well, he's the new changeling, not the old one. And, yeah. And then this is where, Trixie's like, so, we did it again. And Thorax is like, oh, no. Yeah, you did it again, alright. You first, left a path for the Malwolf to seek us and find us. And then, you talk about, letting, Pharynx go on his own. Pharynx brings that up, but I forgot what the last thing Thorax brought up. But
the fact that Trixie's like, I'm glad my amazing plan worked out, or something like that. And he's like, you mean your plan to lure it toward us?
And basically destroy the hive and all that crazy stuff. Yeah. I say you did a pretty darn good job. And that's where Trixie's like, oh, okay.
I'm gonna go over here now.
Yep, and then this is where Sai's like, I'm really sorry, Thorax. I didn't mean to. And then that's where Pharynx brings up that whole thing. And they're like, well, it's all good now. We're all happy. It worked. So, yay.
Yay, I guess.
And then Pharynx says, want to hear the story of how Thorax kept hitting himself?
And of course, we all want this story, but, you know, find out in 23 episodes, haha!
And they cut it there. And that's an episode, guys, to change a changeling. Okay. Wow.
That episode.
I don't know. Mixed feelings on this one.
Mixed emotions on this one.
I mean, it's good to see changelings again, of course, but
always.
Like, seriously though, there's gotta be a little more to that, you know? I don't know. It just was one of those episodes where I kind of got, but at the same time is like, why? But I don't know. So, do you have, like, really anything to say about this episode? Like,
I don't know if I said it before or at the beginning, but, like, we've had 2 Changeling episodes in the past, like, 4. I get that they're really cool and all, but character-focused episodes, we haven't had some of those in a little while this season, actually.
But I am excited for the next episode, because guess what? We're bringing our old friend back, Zecora.
And Zecora. I guess. I heard that it was daring to be related.
Or wait, you actually might be right. Daring don't. That's the title of the episode. But
wait, that's the title? We already had that as a title, I swear.
No, it was it was something daring, but it wasn't daring don't. It was it was something related to...
Where it was Daring Don't.
No, this is something else. And I read what it's all about. It's actually pretty interesting. But,
I haven't read anything on it at all.
well, no, just the description of what it's about. But it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm kind of actually excited for that one. But yes, guys. So, what do I give this episode? Well, it's a Changeling episode. It had its times, and it was good to see, you know, another Changeling, I guess, not be like the other Changelings, and it was kind of good seeing them all together fight off.
You can't really say no to a Changeling episode.
Yeah, you really can't. So, I think it was pretty decent. I think it's pretty decent. I hope this next episode, though, is going to be really, really good. I'll probably have a lot of good things to say, but,
yeah, I actually can look it up right now. Let's see here.
Well, yeah, I don't know, guys. It's going to be pretty good. I think it's definitely going to be, but I am going to say this. This is our last episode, guys, for the summer. This is the Summer's End podcast. So, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give it a thumbs up. Slap that like button.
Oh, Daring Done. That's the episode.
Oh.
We already had Daring Don't.
Daring Done, that's right. Daring Don't.
Daring Don't was season 4, I think.
Yeah, but it's basically supposedly like the same thing. I mean, like our recent episode, Campfire Tales. That's basically a spin-off from
Sleepless in Ponyville.
Yeah, Sleepless in Ponyville. So they're kind of bringing back oldies. So,
yeah, I did cringe a little bit at the cliche Legends Tales things where it's like, oh well, this one has my trait, generosity. This one was loyal and never gave up. This one worked hard.
It's alright. I didn't find...
I like the episode, don't get me wrong on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little bit cliche with the Legends, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's alright though. But, Inconspicuous Brony 28565, thank you so much for coming out to this Pony Talk Summer's End podcast. Really glad to have you.
No problem. I am looking forward to being on more in the future.
Oh, absolutely. And if you guys out there, you audience, want to join too, just all you have to do is comment down below saying that you want to join, and it could be your lucky day. So keep that in mind.
That's how I got in here.
Absolutely. So guys, that's all we have, and thank you so much for watching, and we want to hear from you guys. What did you think about this episode? Do you think it was kind of a bit meh? Do you think it was amazing?
What are your thoughts on the episode? Overall thoughts and thoughts on certain details. If you would like to leave timestamps for, let's say, the parts that you thought were most interesting, what to use next time.
Yes. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching this Pony Talk podcast. If you're in school, have a good year. Inconspicuous, I already know you are. But you audience out there, let me know how that's going. And if you guys are starting up school Labor Day, tell me how you feel about that too. Update video will be coming out too, or it already is out, I don't know. But yeah. So, as always, guys, please like, share, favorite. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. And Inconspicuous, your channel will be down below so everyone can take a look at it. So
alright.
Yeah. So guys, as always,
Please.
we will see you in the next Pony Talk podcast, guys. Peace out. Bye!